It is good, yo. It's your boy Ty back here with another episode of our Start, Bench, and Cut series. Now, it's been a while since the last episode of Start, Bench, and Cut. It entails you guys dropping 3 players down below in some of these tweets. I'll talk about all 3 players, telling you which one is the best, second best, and third best, which one starts, which one gets benched, and then which one does get cut. Now, before we dive any further into this video today, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we are on the road to 80,000 subscribers. Wiggins, Harden, and Clay. Now, you can put these 3 in, you could throw T-Mac into the equation, hopefully we'll get to one like that later, but between Wiggins, Harden, and Clay right now, I think the easy thing to do is start Clay, and that's what I do both in current and next gen. How I'd lean next is benching Harden, cutting Wiggins, but that's just how I lean right now. Not to say that that can't change, but I just love Harden's ability to make plays. I think it's more important than Wiggins' height and versatility. Next one from PJ says Marion, Silas, and Dolph. This one's pretty easy for me, especially if we're talking about this power forward position which Dolph plays. I'm going to start Dolph, bench Silas, and get that Sean Marion card as far away from me as you can. Here we get one from Blasian, KG, Tim Duncan, and my boy Cliff Robinson, all badged up either at the 4 or 5. So let's just start off with the power forward position. How I'd lean is start KG, bench Cliff, cutting Tim Duncan at the 5. Start KG, benching Cliff, cutting Tim Duncan. Look, I know you guys, a lot of you guys are probably Tim Duncan stands. I'm just not one of them. If you're going to give me a bad release, just give me Cliff Robinson's. Another one from PJ here, Penny, Walt, or Gary Payton, and he includes Lillard in here. Okay, I'm going to start Gary, bench, Penny, cut Walt, and then Lillard, just throw him out on the road. Now, if this is clutch time specific, then it's a little bit different, but we're talking about MyTEAM Unlimited. Maybe in clutch time, you start Lillard because he does have the Hall of Fame range. Cliff Robinson, Carmelo Anthony, and Dolph Shays on current gen specific. How I'd lean if this is at the power forward position because Dolph Shays is on here. At the power forward position, it might surprise you guys, I'm going to lean starting Cliff Robinson, benching Dolph Shays, and cutting Carmelo Anthony. I think Cliff's release on current gen does enough things for me to take him number 1. Here we get one from Steven. It says coaches Steph, Nash, and Monty. And for this, I'm going to have to pull up 2K database just to showcase what each of these guys do. So the first coach is Steph. So on Steph Curry, I'm gonna pull up a good card here. So let's just pull up Gary Payton. So if you use Steph Curry as a coach on Gary Payton, you see the 3-ball gets boosted, mid-range, driving, dunk, perimeter defense, and defensive rebounding or ball handle. It looks like 6 of these things get boosted, and that is what it is. The other one is Monty or Steve Nash. Steve Nash is not close to what Monty Williams is. It's just not. Monty boosts speed, 3-ball, perimeter defense, obviously ball handle, passing IQ, and help defense IQ. Although 2 of those IQ things aren't necessarily important, I think I'd take Monty Williams ahead of the other 2. So play defense, Monty into many 3-pointers. I think because of the speed, how I'd go is start Monty, bench Steph, and cut Steve Nash. Here we go, one from Totally Not Alex. He says Ja Morant, Dame Lillard, or Gary Payton. Again, start Gary. Here I'd lean benching Damian Lillard and cutting Ja Morant for the time we're in. Now again, if you're talking clutch time and want that 3-point ability, then you might want to start Dame, bench Gary, cut Ja. In just an average type of setting, a limited type setting, Gary, Dame, Ja in that order. Next up, we got one from Nightshade here. He says P. Diamond, Michael Red, Diamond Clay, and Diamond Harden all at shooting guard on current gen. Ooh. This is intriguing because it's on current gen specific. How I'd lean still is start Clay, bench Harden, cut Michael Red. And I know that doesn't seem right because Michael Red's the new card. Michael Red's extremely good. But that's just how high I am on Diamond Clay and Diamond Harden. If you fully badge them up, I think they got the slight edge. If you want your best shooter, you're probably talking Michael Red. Best overall player, Clay. Best playmaker, Diamond Harden. One for Kobe here, Larry Bird, Cliff Robinson, or Carmelo Anthony at the power forward. How I'd lean is start Cliff, bench Larry, and cut Carmelo Anthony. Other one from Kobe, you're at center, Cliff Robinson, KG, or D-Rob on, I don't know what gen this is, but if we're next gen, how I'd lean right now on next gen. Right now, in this moment, start KG. I still always got to start KG. Bench, D-Rob, cut Cliff Robinson. But all 3 of these guys are very solid. One for PJ here, T-Mac, Red, or Wiggins. Start T-Mac, bench Wiggins, cut Red. It sounds bad that it sounds like I hate Michael Red. No, it's just I'm that high on a badged up Wiggins and T-Max because they're 6'8". Here you one from Zay Badge, Jaylen Brown, Glitched Harden, and Eddie Jones. Glitched Harden. Wait. The Glitched Harden. So we got to know that this is the Glitched Harden. It's not the Diamond Harden. It's the Glitched Harden. And so how I'd lean with the glitch harden is I'd start Eddie, bench JB, cut glitch harden on both gens. Honestly, Eddie Jones is the man with the plan. Here we got one from LTM here. Penny badged out Dame with clamps or John Wall. Ooh. I'm going to start Penny, bench John Wall, cut Damian Lillard. Again, if you're on playing clutch time specific, you might like Dame over Penny just because of the 3-point and 4-point ability. But in unlimited, I go Penny, Wall, Dame. Here one from JayCanada here. Ja, Dame, and franchise all after shoe and badge. Follow up, if Dame ain't badged, would it be worth badging and replacing Ja franchise if I were to buy and run Penny? So, let's say you start Penny, okay? Who's your best bench point guard between Ja, Dame, and Steve? If you're talking about my team unlimited, I'd go start Steve, bench Dame, cut Ja. If we're talking about, clutch time, I'd go start Dame, bench Steve, cut Ja. And is it worth it to badge up Dame? I probably don't think so, to be honest with you, but that's my opinion. Ray Allen, James Harden, Michael Redd. I'm not high on Ray Allen, and I'm going to show you guys why. So let's talk about Michael Redd first, and then let's just compare Michael Redd straight up to Ray Allen, okay? Why do I not like Ray Allen? Well, here's the thing. These cards are so similar. So why do I like Michael Redd more than Ray Allen? That's probably the question, and it really comes down to defense. Michael Redd is so much better of a defender than Ray Allen. I know that Ray Allen's got slasher dribble style compared to base for Michael Redd. Definitely give me Michael Redd. So I'd start Harden, bench Redd, cut Ray. But again, if you just want a spot up shooter, Michael Redd is the guy you start here. There's no questions asked. Here going from YRG, Bird, Durant, Paul George, and Melo. Okay, just get rid of Melo. Melo's time is done. So we got Bird, Durant, or Paul George. I'm going to start KD, bench PG, and cut Bird. Just based on, I haven't seen enough with Larry Bird yet to solidify him in my lineup. I think on current gen, Bird is a little bit better than he is on next gen. That's how I go. Durant, PG, Bird, and then Melo. Here one from FaZe here. He says Jaren Jackson Jr., John Collins, or Cliff Robinson at the 4 or 5 on current gen. Current gen. This is tough. Cliff Robinson, number 1, okay? Start Cliff Robinson. Between Jaren Jackson Jr. and John Collins, it is tough because here's the thing. Like, even at the 4 or the 5, I still think I'd lean Jaren Jackson Jr. And I'm not hating on John Collins, but you fully badge up both these guys. Tell you what, John Collins really does better than Jaren outside of, the stats that don't matter too much. Jaren's going to shoot the ball just as good, plays way better defense. I know the steal rating's not good. On current gen, definitely give me Jaren Jackson Jr. So start Cliff, bench Jaren, cut John. Next one here, sent in by TBD, Smart, Caruso, or Amy Holiday. Amy Holiday's at the way end now. Smart, Caruso are both really tough. I'd lean starting Smart, benching Caruso, and cutting Amy Holiday. Here we go, one from Nays here, Calvin, Nat, AK, and Andrew Wiggins. So if we're talking at the small forward position, AK and Calvin are really close. Like, I'm just gonna show you guys this because I want you guys to see how kind of close they are in general. I'm taking both of them over Andrew Wiggins. I do not care. Calvin's better. Badge-wise, defensively, it even looks like Calvin's a little bit better. Calvin's one of the most underrated players on all of 2K. How I'd lean, it's because of the height, start AK, bench Calvin, and cut Wiggins. Here we got 4 players from Enhance here. AK, Wiggins, Jonathan Isaac, Mikal Bridges. Start AK, okay? Then I'd bench Wiggins, and then if I had to cut one, probably cut Jonathan Isaac, and then last is Mikal Bridges. But they're all really close. After AK, you could put the last 3 in any order. Paul George, KD, and Mikal Bridges. Look, I'm sorry. Even if Mikal is fully badged, he does not compare to the other ones. Start KD, bench PG, cut Mikal. First one with J Rich here, which is interesting because my from current gen to next gen is going to differ. On next gen, start Clay, bench Red, cut J Rich. Now on current gen, I'm going to talk about some things for a little bit. So on current gen, let's just compare these cards side by side. Badge wise, we know who's better. J Rich, okay? Statistically speaking, it's close because J Rich, obviously, standing dunk looks deceiving when we look at this. Clay's still going to play better defense. J Rich is a little bit faster. Clay's going to be able to move a little bit better. I'm still starting Clay, but it's not by much. I'm benching J Rich and cutting my current. I think on current gen, J Rich is really him. One from Matthews here, John Collins, Jonathan Isaac, and Aaron Gordon. I'm going to start Isaac, bench John Collins, and cut Aaron Gordon. I just do not like Aaron Gordon's release, really. Here one from TB here, Jaren Jackson Jr., George Mikan, and KG at the center position on current gen. First, let's start on next gen. Start KG. On next gen, I'm actually going to bench Mike and cut Jaren Jackson Jr. The more I've used Jaren Jackson Jr. on next gen, the more I'm starting to think his release is a little bit baited and slow. Now, in current gen, I'm starting KG, benching Jaren Jackson Jr. and cutting George Mike. And Jaren Jackson Jr.'s release on current gen is so silky. Here we from Harden season, Tim Duncan, Gasol, and Mike. And this is just disgusting and despicable. Guess I start Tim Duncan, bench Mike, and cut Gasol, but I don't like any of these guys, to be honest with you. I don't even know what this is, but Steph Curry, Ray Allen, and Larry Bird in a nice little, I don't know, picture. I don't know. This is kind of cool. I mean, they all play different positions. Just gonna rank them. Larry Bird's the best, Ray Allen's the second best, and Steph Curry's the third best. Nice little picture, though. This guy has an interesting one. For my bench, shooting guard, small forward, and power forward, cut one. So Red and T-Mac. I'm cutting Michael Red, although I like him. AK and Melo, and I'm cutting Melo. Wait, I just gotta cut what are these total? I'm cutting Melo. I mean, I have to. I'm cutting Carmelo Anthony. Interesting one from Kobe here. He has Detlef, Melo, and Larry Bird. This one is really interesting because I like Detlef Shrimp a lot. Oof. Gonna start Larry, bench Melo, and cut Detlef, but the difference between Melo and Detlef is not much at all. Gerald Wallace, Carmelo, and Wiggins. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna start Gerald Wallace, bench Carmelo, and cut Wiggins. Another one that's really tough. One from Jelly. We're talking at the 4 here. Amy, Josh Smith, Pink Diamond, John Collins, or Roca. I'm gonna start Collins, bench Josh Smith, and sadly cut Roca. Drazen, Red, and Clay. I don't care what game mode. Drazen's not him. Start Clay, bench Red, cut Drazen. Get one from Kenneth here. Ray Allen, Cliff Hagan, and Michael Red. Ooh. I'm going to start Red, bench Ray, cut Cliff. But Cliff's solid. Like, if you got Cliff and want to run him over Ray, you definitely can if you want to stay kind of on the no money spent type squad. Let's talk about the best D-Book. Even if it is the best Devin Booker in the game, start Harden, bench Wiggins, cut Devin Booker. That's coming from a guy who's been fried by Devin Booker quite a bit. Couple more here. Current gen, Jason Richardson, Eddie Jones, Cliff Hagan. Start J. Rich, bench Eddie, cut Cliff Hagan. Just because I love the Eddie Jones release. I think it's base 31. Small forward, AK-47, Silas, Gerald Wallace. Start AK-47, bench Silas, cut Gerald Wallace. I love AK on current gen. I don't know if I've done this yet, guys, but the point guard position is crazy. Like, bro stole my question, so I'm going to end it with this one. At the point guard position, here's how I just rank the guys really quickly. Gary Payton, number 1. Penny, number 2. John Wall, 3. You got Dame, Francis, Ja, all those guys 4 or lower. I mean, that's how I'd go. So take it as you will. Well, that is going to wrap it up for our start, bench, and cut series for today, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it, man. If you didn't see your question answered, drop it down below in the YouTube comments because I'm sure if I can't answer it, somebody else would definitely be able to help you guys out. I try to cover every position, you know, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center in this video. I appreciate everybody that does kind of, you know, comment on these tweets. Make sure to go follow my Twitter if you haven't yet to kind of get featured in this and also help me out greatly. I appreciate all the support recently. You guys are absolutely incredible. I hope each and every one of you has a blessed day, guys. I love y'all, man.